Hey, I'm Sen. I'm a Goosefy artist. Today I'll be playing more of Holoidle. It's a recently released game about Hololive, and it's in the idle game genre where you get more points based on how many assets you have and stuff like that, kind of like Cookie Clicker. Let me know how things look in chat and I'll get started. Okay. Also, thank you very much for 300 subscribers. I really appreciate it. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Okay, load game. There we go. We get some bonus stuff. Alright. How many do we got? Oh, we got enough to do a 10 pull. Oh, sweet. Okay. Also, I turned down the sound effects because I realized last time when I was talking the whole time there was like the bubbles the whole time. So I turned down the sound effects because I don't want to annoy you guys. But if you guys ever want to play the game, you can have the sound effects however you want. Unfortunately, you can't mute the mouse in real life. That would be funny though. But yeah, right now I'm getting more points to upgrade the stuff, and then on the chat or on the side here you've got the in-game chat with the deadbeats cheering and stuff. You got the little deadbeats down here. I will say I do really like the chill music. It makes me nostalgic a little bit. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I should get some chill BGM too. Like one day, I think it'd be cool to have custom BGM eventually, but for now I'm using like royalty-free stuff. Just like free use. But I was actually thinking about Oshi Mark, because I'm like, oh, there's Troll, let me get him. Got him. Only we're that easy in real life. But yeah, I was thinking about an Oshi Mark. I'll probably post it later. Let's see how little Callie's doing. Oh yeah, did you see in the thumbnail I did the pat thing in the thumbnail. I'm like, pat. Let's see, what does she want? Gyoza. Man, gyoza's so good though. Okay, cabbage. Wash. Chop. Boop. Boop. Okay, get wrapper, boil. There we go. You know, take a nap. There you go. There we go. Now she's all good. Okay, now let's do that 10 pull. See what we get. Oh, doki doki waku waku, teka. Sorry, yeah, let's go. Oh, sweet, let's go! We got 3-star Gargura! Increases by 200% the efficiency of a lot of things. Okay. Nice. Next. Got a shield to go with the sword. I'll have to look at the descriptions more later. Let's see. Perochino. I think that's from Fugamoko. Multiplies by 9 the efficiency of the collab card above. Fugamoko or talent. Multiplies by 18. Oh, we got a Takodachi! Increases efficiency of gacha, casino, and artist. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, we got small Kiara. You got the like Halloween outfit going on. Or she increases chain restaurant, makes sense. Got Udine from Holoidle. Plug type Asukoko. Oh, that always makes me laugh. Onigiri from Okayu. Got an umbrella from Kobo from Holoidle. A syringe. Feels familiar somehow. Oh, that's right. I think it was an Ame thing. Let's add Gua. Oh. Okay, I didn't unlock it yet. Okay, never mind. Okay, so these ones must count as the collabs then. Morning, Sen. Hope you're doing well today. What's a Takodachi and who is Udine? I don't know these mascot item references. The Takodachi is the name of Ina's fan base from Holo Myth, the first Hololive English generation. This is like her fan mascot. Little guy. This is a mascot from Holoidle. I don't know all the details, but yeah, like a lot of these are fan mascots, not all of them. Like this one, I think it's just a general mascot. But yeah, they'll usually say if it's a fan, or maybe they don't. But like yeah, some of them are like fan mascots where they represent the fans, and some of them are like more general mascots where they're like their own character. Like, Def Sensei is a Kali mascot, but he's not the fan mascot. The deadbeats, like skeletons, are the fan mascot, if that makes sense. Yeah, I gotta unlock the collab thing. Is that in here? Oh, it's down there. Okay, it might be a minute then. I'll have to figure out how to get there later. Oh, time to change. They want singing. You know, I realized, at the end of last stream that it says up here what the mood was, because the whole time I was doing it manually. It's like... Sometimes I miss things like that. But, hello, good morning. But, yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, but it's been a while. But yeah, like my fan mascot is our solars. They're like little soul animals. I have them on the channel a little bit. I'm still working on like the lore stuff, but yeah, I hope you guys will like it, cause I put like a lot of time and thought into like how I wanted to do it. Cause like there's like a lot of ghost characters around, and I was trying not to be too cliche, and I'm like, what could I do that would suit like me and my fans? Oh, 1 billion influence, let's go. And then I thought of like the idea of soul animals, how it, like literal soul animals, because usually like people are like, oh yeah, like that turtle is my soul animal, or like that money is my soul animal. So I'm like, what if it was like a literal thing? And I liked that idea. How many Hololive branches have you watched before, and is Holostars one of them? I've seen a little bit of all of them. I watch EN the most because I mostly watch like English stuff. I've seen a bit of Holoidle, because back in the day there was only one English, there was only one like English generation officially, so some people were like watching the ID stuff because they were like speaking in English. JP, I've seen some of it. Like I've seen like clips, I've seen some of the streams. I don't tune in like all the time, but like sometimes I will. Like I've listened to some episodes of Rodden's radio as like a listening practice for like Japanese. I always thought like I've always liked the radio format. It's like a podcast but like smaller, and they'll like have like fan letters and stuff. I've seen a little bit of Holostars, not like a ton of it. I mostly watch Holoidle. I've seen some of the other agencies, mostly through like clips and like the occasional stream. And I've seen some of the indie stuff too. I tend to watch stuff on YouTube more than Twitch just cause I don't know, it's just what I'm familiar with, I guess. Also, another reason is that Twitch is an Amazon thing, so I can't watch it on Roku. I was really sad about that because I wanted to watch more Twitch. And it's kind of annoying having to like set up a cable and all that just to watch it. Oh yeah. I've been watching YouTube for a long time, so it's kind of what I'm comfortable with. Oh. But yeah, like, I'm trying to remember, like, Holo JP wise, like, I've seen, like, a lot of Koorogi clips and memes, I've seen, like, a couple streams, probably, I watched some Rodden stuff, I've watched some of the Chahaya from Flow Glow. I saw, like, some of her stuff when, she was starting out. And I've been meaning to watch more, and I keep getting busy with other stuff. I take it you prefer watching things on TV. Yes, basically, let's see, I'll try to remember. Back in the day, I used to watch on my laptop. And then, before, like, smart TVs were a thing, I would take the HDMI occasionally and, like, plug it into the TV and watch it that way. And then, like, a couple years after that, Roku came out and you could watch YouTube on TV, and I just watched on TV a lot. But, for, like, podcasts and stuff, I'll listen on my phone with, like, the screen off sometimes. But yeah, I like watching on, the TV the most. Sometimes I'll watch on the laptop. It just, depends. Cause like with like streams and stuff, like I like watching them, but like not everyone wants to watch Cali Yap. So sometimes I'll watch it on the laptop and like try to be considerate. Not hog the TV. Yeah, I live with roommates. They're pretty chill. But yeah, for a long time I watched on the computer, and then I switched to TV when I was able to do that. You know what's really funny? Back in the day, we used to have a Wii U, and when it was time for a Nintendo Direct, I would go onto the Wii U and watch YouTube on the Wii U. Because there was no, like, smart TVs yet, so I would just watch it on the Wii U and be like, oh look, Nintendo stuff on the Nintendo device. I just think it's kind of funny, like, how, like, all these gaming like, actually, some people watch, like, YouTube on, like, PS4 and stuff, too, because they have, like, apps for that. You should indoctrinate- but, let me try that again. You should indoctrinate- hold on. I'm having trouble with words. Let me try that again. You should indoctrinate your roommates into Hololive. I already did. I already have. They're into Koorogi clips and like Neuro clips. That's their favorite. I think I mentioned it on stream before, but like one of the clips we like, trying to think of what else. Also, like the Koorogi ones, like the ones from like Mario, where she's like small, small turtle house, like that one. I remember when I was a kid that I would watch Netflix on my Wii. I had a Wii back in the day, but I kind of found out like 10 years later that it had online. I never had online on my Wii. I just assumed it was an offline console. Oh yeah, that was kind of funny in hindsight. See, probably save my points up. Ooh, let me take a sip of water real quick. I think it's funny, like me and Callie are like the opposite. She's like, I'll take like a swig of water and it's like a sip. I'll say I'll take a sip of water and it's a swig, so. Yo, chat. I do wish the chat had more messages though. By the way, how far along are you with setting up the Discord? About that, let me see. I actually, I had some of it set up already, like, I've been on Discord for a long time, so I know how it works mostly. It's more figuring out, like, how to get the bot stuff set up, because I haven't done that in a while, like... Basically, my experience with Discord has been mostly small servers, like 20 people or less. And I'm a bit nervous about it because I've never really done like a public server before, so I'm still like figuring out all the like stuff with that, basically. Because I've had it on my mind for a while, but I didn't want to do it like too soon. So I'm still in the middle of setting that up. Swear, I need to write down what I'm gonna say, because I had more I wanted to say, and I'm trying to remember what it was. This music is so chill, though. I guess I can yap for a minute. I mean, I guess that is the point. It kind of reminds me of, like, back in the day. Just excuse me if I fangirl a little bit. Like the earlier Callie streams where she would do like Zatsus like every other week. And they were just like really chill and like funny and stuff. I'm actually in a few servers that have less than 20 people as of now and they're good at being active. Yeah, like... Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like how to explain it. It's like, I worry about things a lot. Like, I want to make sure everything goes okay, so I want to make sure everything's all good to go before I put it out there. Callie doesn't do Zatsus like that anymore. She does, but it's not as frequent as it used to be because she's busy with other stuff. Like, she has to do a lot of recording and dance practice and things like that, and like meetings. But yeah, she still does them sometimes. I think it's just the vibe back then was different. Because, global events were going on, like everyone was at home, or like, I mean, not literally everyone, but you know. And now it's kind of different, like everyone's doing life stuff, and it makes it harder to like meet up and like hang out and do things like that. Especially with time zones. Because I am Eastern time zone, Callie is Japan time zone, so a lot of the times when she's streaming it's like 11 p.m. here, or like 3 a.m., so I can't always like tune in live for some of them. While, in the past, like forever ago, it used to be like, I think she would do like 9 a.m. or like 7 a.m. or like something like that, and like occasionally she'll do those. Also, VTuber agencies weren't as pressuring to their talents. I think it's not necessarily pressure. I think it's just that like things change over time, expectations change, audience change, and things like that. I was thinking that a bit, like I keep seeing these videos about like how the internet has changed, and it's hard to put it into words, like how it's like the internet back then, it used to be a lot smaller, but the people that were there were a lot more engaged, so it felt like it was more active even though there was less people. Whilst these days there's like billions of people online, but it feels small because most people don't, they just kind of like lurk and chill and scroll and stuff. So even though the internet is technically bigger than it was back then, sometimes it feels smaller because not everyone feels like they're welcome to post. Because social media like gradually moved away from everyone can make stuff to just people with these editing styles and these setups can do stuff. And it's not like they banned regular people from doing stuff, but like if you're a regular person and you spend all this time on this video and you get like 10 views, like not everyone's gonna keep posting for that. That's why a lot of people moved to TikTok, because they felt like anyone can go viral here and things like that. And I am not really on TikTok, so I've noticed the changes where like I'm sure it's super active over there, but everywhere else has been like really slow in my opinion. But I also think another reason is that internet usage changes as you get older. When you're like a teenager and you're bored, you'll just be like online all the time because you're like, all my friends are here, da, 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 da. But when you get older, like people have like families and jobs and they don't have time to be like on the screens all the time because they got other stuff to do. Also, another thing about the early internet is that it wasn't just a trend machine where if you didn't hop onto a trend, you'd be left in the dust. Yeah, exactly. The trend cycle has sped up like so much that like most people not in the know cannot keep up. Like back in the day, I'm gonna be saying that one a lot. Like memes back in the day, they would last like years before they got old. And these days it's like a week or two and they're like done. Like by the time I find out a meme exists now, it's already dead. And I'm sure like the young people are like on point. But for me, like by the time I find out about a meme, that's when it's dead, because that means it's reached outside its intended audience. Another thing is, back in the day, certain spots used to be less popular than others. There wasn't as much of a like giant web, not like a web, but like some people would be in some spaces and other people would be in other spaces, and they didn't really cross over as much, like people didn't care. But these days, because there's only like 4 or 5 sites, everything gets reposted to everywhere, so like memes and inside jokes don't really last as long as they used to back then. At least Shrek memes are eternal. Yeah, that's true. I would say my personal favorite meme from like the Western side at least is probably Nyan Cat, because that one came out when I was in high school. And yeah, I don't know, there's just something wholesome about like Nyan Cat. Like it's just like Miku and a Pop-Tart cat, and like that's the meme, that's it, guys. Like that's what I think of when I think of like older memes. Although like things like Rage comics were popular too. A lot of people found them cringy back then. And like advice animals and stuff. I think when people are like, why did memes change? I think it's more that the internet itself has changed. Because like back in the day, not like super long ago, maybe like 10 years ago, there was like Imager. And Imager was all about like sharing photo memes and stuff, so you would get like advice animals and templates and formats and stuff like that. But then when everyone switched to Reels and TikTok and stuff, now videos were the format, so they had to include audio and visuals and things like that, so it became less accessible, but also more accessible at the same time. It's a bit confusing. Also Zelda CDI. Oh my god, the YouTube poop era, man, like that hit different. I wasn't like huge into YouTube poop, but I knew like some of the famous ones. Like, I think they had a couple Sonic memes where it's like, that's no good. And of course, you're too slow. One of my favorite Sonic memes has to be the Silver 06 memes, where everyone memes on Silver. Like, where he's like, it's no use! Take this! Like that, basically. That became the meme. I am here. Welcome, Mr. Mystery. Right now we're yapping about memes while I click the thingy. Of course. Also the Mario Hotel memes. I don't have all of them memorized. I think the spaghetti one came from that one though. I don't know, it's like maybe this will be like my new like Zatsu game. I was thinking of doing like Power Washing Simulator, because that's like a popular Zatsu game eventually. But this might be good for that until then, because like I need something to keep my hands busy. I mean, not in a weird way, just helps me stay more focused, I guess. Plus, based on the sidebar here, it's gonna take a long time to get to the other parts. Although, if it's like Cookie Clicker, like the early part takes a long time, but the higher you go, the like quicker you can get higher. But I hit like a point in like the middle game where it just crawled to a halt, and that's where I stopped. But yeah, like meme-wise, have you thought of building Legos? I used to play with Legos a little bit. I've built some, I've seen people do hand canned streams before. I wouldn't mind doing it eventually. I just don't have the setup for it right now, but I think it'd be kind of cool to do like crafts on stream or like something like kind of chill. I would probably wear gloves though, because this is another secret, guys, don't share this, okay? I kind of don't have nice looking nails, so it's kind of an anxiety thing. You can imagine it. So I'm a little self-conscious about that. But yeah, like I think doing a hand cam stream eventually would be cool. Another part of the old internet we lost that nowadays websites are so boring and not creative anymore. Also, the days of full websites devoted to nothing but games is gone. Yeah, this is something that's been on my mind for like the past like 2 or 3 years at this point. If you haven't checked it out before, like NeoCities has like some of that like old school stuff going on where it's like a bunch of personal websites and stuff. Like that's why I made one there, is like I was kind of nostalgic for like the old internet, and I just miss the vibe of how it used to be. Like I understand like things are always gonna change, and like that, like the old internet wasn't perfect either. Like there was a lot of sus things going on back then, and I try not to glorify it too much, but I do think we went astray somewhere and like kind of like lost the plot a little bit. But there are things about the modern internet I like too. Like I do like some of Discord, not all of Discord, but like some of Discord, like the chill part of Discord. Because before that you had to use Skype, which was like the most bloated thing besides like Chrome was Skype. That thing took like 10 minutes to load anything, I swear to God. Another thing, of course, about the modern internet I like is live streaming, because back in the day, internet was very slow. It would take like 20 minutes to load a video, and now you can like live stream like pretty like accessibly. I'm sure the past generation said similar things. Yes they have. That's why I try to, when I talk about this, I try to like let you guys know, like, I have nostalgia bias. I'm only human. I am not an AI, so yeah, like, just know that when I'm babbling about this stuff, it's somewhat nostalgia based. I forgot the other classic internet meme, hamster dance. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Let me take a sip of water real quick. I wonder, cause these all have the check mark on them, I think. I wonder when we unlock the collab thing, cause I wanted to add Gura here. See, unlock it in the live stream. Okay, let's see, what tier is that? It's like 3 stars. I think I might have 2 stars. Let me see. Upgrade, 2 slots. 2 slots. Okay, tier 2 collabs. Okay, so we need 1 more, I think. Let's see. So we might be able to put small Kiara then. Maybe swap some of these out. Put a Takodachi in there. Let me take a sip of water real quick. Immediately chugs half a bottle. Oh man, you know, you just reminded me. I haven't checked in a while, but there's this YouTuber named Badland Chugs, and his whole gimmick is that he chugs like tons of soda. And I'm always like amazed. I'm like, how does he do it? Like, that's crazy. Like, he'll like chug it in one go. Like, I could never do that. That's another thing I miss about old YouTube. Like, I miss when the algorithm would like show you like the weird like random shit. Cause now they're like, you watched one video about Hololive. Here is like 200 clips of Hololive. And like, that's great if you're like hyper focusing on something, but sometimes you just want to get like random stuff that you don't know if you're gonna like or not. Like, I try to like do what I want to see. So like, if I'm like, wow, I wish people would watch more small YouTubers, then I'm like, okay, then I should watch more small YouTubers too. So like, I try to give everyone a chance. Like, I try to keep my pulse on things, see what's going on. Not like crazy, like, I'm not like Mr. Beast level obsessed, like, I don't, like, I'm not gonna like stare at it for like 12 hours or anything, but like, I try to like keep my eye to some degree on what's going on. Because I used to be very terminally online back when that wasn't even a word yet. And eventually I kind of slowed down a little bit because, I don't know, like eventually you realize that like everything fades eventually. Like, I used to be with it, now I'm not anymore because, I don't know, like, there's a bit of like an optimist in me, but there's also a bit of a doomer in me. Like, I have both. And sometimes I'm just like, man, everything I loved is gone now. Oh man. But not literally, just like that space that existed before is gone now, and that's just how life is sometimes. Like, I think about it sometimes, like all the friends I used to have, all the different memes that used to go around that are just like ancient history now. But that's why, like, I've been trying to create more, because I'm like, that then maybe if those things aren't around anymore, then maybe we can bring it back, you know? Like, make new stuff, do new stuff, try to be the change we want to see, you know? Speaking of Mr. Beast, I think it would be funny if you did that meme pose in a 3D video. Yeah, like right now I have the V-Roid model. It's kind of limited in how it can move right now. I don't know like a ton about 3D modeling, but in the future I would like to learn more about it so we can do like more like cool stuff. That's why we have to take nothing for granted. You could satisfy the doomer in you by just appreciating the small, seemingly inconsequential things. Sorry. Yeah, like it's kind of fitting, but like I feel like that's kind of like what Memento Mori and like Callie and like all that stuff is about. From what I understand, like I've researched a little bit into the topic, like stoic stuff, but like one of those sayings is like Memento Mori, which means remember your death. And Callie has her own spin on it where she goes, I'm your Mori and I hope you'll remember me. And with all like the things going on this year, oh my god, so many things. Don't want to talk about all of them, but with everything going on, it's made me think about those words again where it's like everyone will perish eventually, everything will end eventually, so you have to appreciate what you have while it's there. Like there's this saying online where people are like, I wish I knew it was the good times before the good times were over. And I can relate a lot to that because like I'm like the kind of person where like I see things in the rear view mirror and I'm like, I wish I could have done it differently. I wish I could have appreciated it more. And like sometimes I think that maybe I'll always have that feeling to some degree, like because like you'll see like these threads online and people will be like, what did you regret in your 20s? And you'll have people where they're like, I partied too much, I should have studied more. Then you'll have people that say, I studied too much, I should have partied more. They'll be like, I was too strict, I was too loose. And eventually you realize you're always gonna have regrets, no matter what you do. So you have to pick between the options in front of you and decide which you prefer having, like. That's what I think anyway. I don't know, like there's always this stereotype that like optimists are like stupid people and they just don't know any better, and it's like I don't agree with that. Like I think it could be a very brave thing to try to be optimists in a world that wants you to be negative all the time. And like I know people will be like, you're just overthinking it, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like you see the internet, right? Like it's literally people like rage baiting and hating each other and all this stuff like all the time, constantly, and it like really gets to people. And I just don't want to like do that kind of thing forever, you know? Like it was funny when you're like an edgy teen, but then you get older and you're like, you guys are still stuck on this? Like, can't we do like something else? Like more chill? Like, come on now, we're not in high school anymore. Like, let's grow up a little bit, right? You just being alive in itself is a blessing and a rare occurrence, so why not do your best to appreciate the world around you and make it better because you made a positive impact by just being you. Yeah, let me take a sip of water. I'll get to that in a second. Part of the reason, like, I got into the whole, like, idol thing, and then later the VTuber thing, is, like, they're always, like, they're, like, always such positive people, and not, like, in a, like, toxic positivity way. Although some people may see it that way, like... Just trying to think about it. Like, when it comes to, like, optimism, like... I feel like you have, like, the idealistic, naive optimism, and then you have the, like, not watered down, but, like, more, like, reduced, like, chill, like, realistic optimism, where you, like, try to take things in from both angles, where you're like, okay, this is what could go wrong, this is what could go right, let's hope it goes right, and if it goes wrong, we'll deal with it when it gets there, and, like, just try to do your best and things like that. That's one of the reasons I use Twitter. I want to, even in a small way, return social media back to its more social positive roots. That's part of the reason I did the shoutout list and was in. Yeah, I did see that. For me, I don't really do it with Twitter as much anymore, just cause, like, it was getting to me too much when I was on there, like, all the time. But, what I'm trying to say in a long-about way is, like, that's why, I was interested in, like, becoming a VTuber and a YouTuber, is, like, when I was younger, like, being an angry YouTuber was, like, very on trend. Like, everyone would make rant videos and, like, angry reviews, and, like, that was very on trend. And of course, like, the drama era and, like, all that. And there was also YouTubers that didn't do that, where they were, like, positive people, positive influence, like, they really cared about their fans cared about them, and, like, when I looked at both of those, I was like, I don't want to be another, like, angry reviewer channel, because I could've, like, you can, like, you guys haven't seen me yet, but, like, when I get ranting, I can really go, and I didn't want to put that energy out, so I'm like, I want to be a VTuber, and, like, try to, like, give back to people in the same way that people gave back to me. Like, that's the kind of thing that motivates me. Let's see. To be specific, I did it because I wanted to bring people together and show that there are still good, trustworthy people. Yeah. Because, like, the internet has a way of amplifying hate, and as I've said before, I've been on the internet a long time, a very long time, so I've seen a lot of things, a lot of bad things. Like, I don't even want to describe some of the things I've seen, but trust me, I've been there before. The best thing about the angry reviewer type is that some of them were actually chill, sweet dudes. AVGN being a prime example. Yeah, I'm not claiming to be an expert or anything, but, I think there's a similar thing with Gordon Ramsay, like, if you've seen his, like, reality shows, like, he's, like, really angry and, like, screaming at people and things like that, especially in the American versions. But if you, like, go on his YouTube and stuff, like, he's, like, really chill. At least from what I've seen, I haven't seen, like, a ton. So I think sometimes people amplify that for entertainment value kind of thing, like, when I talk about angry reviewers, I'm not talking about the kinds that were doing it as, like, a character. I'm talking about the wave of people that came after that were doing it, like, seriously, unironically. And, I don't know, like, I don't think the internet, like, started this trend. I think it just continued the trend that was already there. Like, people say, sex sells, but rage also sells. Like, that's why people are always doing, like, outrageous headlines and clickbait and rage bait and trolling and all that stuff. Because to some people, any attention is good attention. Even bad attention. And boy, does that feel relevant right now. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling a little bit. But yeah, like that's why, like, the VTuber space, like, felt so refreshing to me, because, like, everyone, like, agreed to be chill. Just, like, chill, hang out, have a good time. obviously there was people that wanted to start shit, like wanted to act out, but like the overall vibe was like maybe like 80% good, 90 or 20% like other. Gordon Ramsay did sometimes actually break character on TV. I saw one short from a cooking competition show with kids, and Gordon was in his foulest kitchen nightmares for good reason. Yeah. Like, there's a time and place for that stuff, I feel like. Like, if it's like a rage game or like a silly like competition, like obviously like people can go ham with it, but like if it's like around like people that are like more like sensitive and like stuff like that, like then you kind of have to like reel it in a little bit. Like I was watching some of the like 24 hours to hell and back one he did. It was like a couple years ago, and I thought it was like really interesting that it was like half his usual stuff, but like then like half therapy. Like he was going up to these people and he's like, your restaurant isn't failing because of like bad food. Your restaurant is failing because you don't care about your business anymore. You don't care about your coworkers or your customers. And I thought that was really interesting because I think that's true, that like sometimes we look at like the external factors and not so much the internal stuff. Because like when people are acting out, like it's easy to like label people as like what they're doing, but like you're not seeing like the full story kind of thing. Let me take a sip of water. I made a tweet just that about the other day about positivity on Twitter yesterday. I basically said a hot take that positivity should get what gets algorithm fame, not rage negativity. Honestly, that Kurt thinks that selling the algorithms are stupid. Yeah, and I think that's why there's pushback from like multiple angles. It's just like the current way of things are not sustainable long term, in my opinion. Like, I've seen so many creators burn out trying to do stuff that they don't actually want to do. They just want or need the attention, so they do what the algorithm wants them to do. And I've done that a little bit myself, where it's one thing as a viewer to be like, oh, I would never do that. And it's another thing to like be making stuff and you're like, okay, how do I get this out to people? And you see what works and what doesn't work. And then you realize the people that do that stuff, they're doing it because it works, not necessarily long term, but in the short term, basically. And I think that's why there's a pushback to people like trying to do like websites again and like private group chats and things like that, is that people are tired of it. They want something different. And that's why I'm also trying to adjust my own behavior, because you can't really get out of the problem by using the same thinking you used to get into the problem. So I'm trying out different things and seeing what works for me as well. At least Padaru, if that's one of the algorithm things, was actually enjoyable and positive. Yeah, like, I actually really miss that part of the old internet, where, like, it's hard to describe, like, there used to be a thing with memes where, like, they were, like, genuine memes, like, they genuinely spread from person to person, word of mouth kind of thing. And then eventually, like, maybe, like, months later or like days later, depending on how like big the meme was, it would eventually be picked up by the algorithm, and then it would go like mainstream. And these days I would say it's like mostly algorithm, less genuine, and I think people can notice that. It's a difficult balance, because to some degree everything online is not 100% real, but then I don't agree that the internet is 100% fake either. I think it's somewhere in the middle. And I think the more people the more people try to please the algorithm, the less real they get. Like, I think that's what I've been realizing, is that I need to get that out of my head and, like, focus on what I want to do, what I need to do, and things will work out. And like, I've watched all the YouTubers talk about it. I've watched the courses, the videos, like all that stuff. And they always say, don't focus on the algorithm, focus on the people. And it is good advice, but sometimes you have to learn the hard way. Yeah, internet theory is definitely real though, from what I know of it. Honestly, I'm like, I feel like people yes, there's a dead internet problem, but I think people need to focus more on what's gonna be after that. Like, we know there's a problem, but how are we gonna fix it? That's what I've been thinking about anyways. And I think that conversation is going on right now. Like, we're seeing pushback where, like, people are like, kids shouldn't be on social media because it's not good for them. People shouldn't be on their phones all the time, like, stuff like that. And I felt like this kind of contradiction where I'm like, what do I do? Like, I really like the internet, and at the same time, like I'm a digital creator, like I've always had been. It's like, how do I do that in a way where it's not, like, harmful to people? So that's why I've been trying out different stuff. Like, I have the website, I have the newsletter, things like that. Like, I guess like the answer I'm gradually finding through trying this stuff is I think that, like, not everyone will like everything, and that's okay. Like as a creator, my job is to create stuff, and as a fan, people's, like, intent is to like that stuff, but not everyone's gonna like everything. And I think it's up to the individual to decide, like, what they like and what they don't like. Because like, I'm not just a creator, I'm also a fan of people. Like, I'm a fan of a lot of stuff, but, like, I don't like everything my favorite people put out either. Like, sometimes I'm like, wow, that song sucks. They're like, wow, that didn't hit this time. But I don't, like, comment in the comments about it. I'm just like, well, I'm sure they'll come back next time. They'll cook a bit longer and they'll come out with a banger, and usually it does. Well, let me take a sip of water. I'm sorry. Not used to talking this much. Well, as for the authenticity, the trend dynamic, you just keep on being yourself, because you're doing everything perfectly and struck at the right balance. You're one of the chillest VTubers I know, and that is what keeps me returning. That, and you have no filter, you're more friend-shaped than VTuber shaped. Thank you! Oh shoot, let's get that trading agency, nice. Yeah, like, I've been trying to find the balance, because, like, I like streaming, I like making videos, I like drawing, I like writing, and I've been trying to find that balance. Because, like, I'm always paranoid. I'm like, what if they don't like this? What if I screw it up? And that's kind of my default frame of mind, so I'm still, like, figuring out how to get out of that mindset. Like, what if I don't screw it up? What if it goes good? Like, what am I gonna do then? But, I will be right back. I need to take a break really quick. Okay, yeah. I'm back. Let me see. You're not screwing up if you focus on what you love first. So what if your content is bringing those people? Let's say, better to have a small group of friends and people who care about you than Legion of Turncoats. Yeah, yeah. Like, I'm trying to think of how to word it. Basically for a long time in my internet existence, a lot of what I did was one-sided, where like I would support people, they wouldn't support me back. I would make stuff and no one would see it. And I try not to mope about that too much because I know it could be annoying, but I feel like those experiences have molded me in a different way. Cause like I almost think going viral on your first video is like the worst thing that could happen because you haven't found your comfort zone yet. And people get into this robotic mindset where they're like, just do the same thing over and over again. You'll hear that all the time from like YouTube gurus where they're like, do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And then like, why are the numbers dipping? Because you're not a robot. You're a person. People want to connect to people. And people like, they think with like VTubers that like, oh, it's a anime girl so it's fake. It's like, no, most of them are being legit. Like obviously there's some degree of difference, but it's no different than like someone acting different on like a reality show than they would in like real life. Like I don't think it's that different. At least for me, like when I got into VTubers, like it was so refreshing that like obviously they like had a character, but like they were also like people that like connected with their fans and like did fun stuff, and like that's what people loved about them. That's what people still love about them, in my opinion. What matters is that you at least did it out of the kindness of your own heart and at least left the internet a little bit better off, even if your efforts went unnoticed. Yeah, and like one of the reasons I wanted to do YouTube is not that it's easier. I don't think it's easier. I think it can take, it's a lot slower than like something like TikTok. But I feel like what you do get out of YouTube is like a very specific experience. And I should know that because I've been on YouTube for like almost 20 years at this point. So like I've followed a bunch of creators and stuff. And like, I don't know, it's just like, I feel like YouTube is in its own category in the same way that TikTok is in its own category. And I think I think people shouldn't be on every site unless they want to. Like, I understand why they do it, but like, I feel like each website should have its own vibe again, because that's how it used to be. I will be right back, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. See, do I have unlocks yet? No, not yet. Okay. What's so different about YouTube when compared to platforms like Twitch? This is a question I ask myself a lot, because I've tried Twitch and YouTube, and I don't know how to describe it. The vibes are definitely different, but it's difficult to explain. So like, YouTube, I would say is long-term based. Like, there's literally videos from like 20 years ago that are still up and you can watch right now. So I would consider it probably the most long-form based website that's not like Wikipedia. And I would say YouTube is a slower growth, but like it's slow but steady. Like that's how I would describe YouTube. Obviously, it depends on the creator and like what's going on. Like, obviously, the Mr. Beast stuff is like more like reality TV, in my opinion. But like, there's different styles of YouTube. But the one thing that stays the same is that YouTube is about creators' personal stuff, and it's very like slow and steady kind of growth. Like, most people do not grow in like 1 month. It depends if they get lucky or not. Some people take like years to grow. While stuff like TikTok is like the opposite, where it's very short-term based. And you can get really big wins, but there are downsides to going viral that not everyone knows about. I cannot speak from first-hand experience, but I've seen stories where sometimes going viral is one of those things where you think you want it until it happens to you, and then you realize, oh no, all these people are looking at me, what do I do? But to get back to your point, with Twitch, I would say the number one thing Twitch has is interaction, like customizable ability. And it's not as long-term based as YouTube because they can't really archive VODs, so they'll like archive them on YouTube. But I would say Twitch's biggest thing is like interaction, like you can do like the sound alerts and throw things on the screen and all that. And with YouTube, like you don't really have as much customizability. Like Twitch has like 1,000, like tens of thousands of emotes, and YouTube has like 20. But what YouTube offers, in my opinion, as someone who's been on both, is it's a slower experience, but it's more like comfy, like chill vibes, in my opinion. Also, YouTube's algorithm cares more about the little guy than Twitch. That's another thing, like, with stuff like YouTube and like sometimes TikTok, from what I hear, you can basically go viral inside the system, you don't have to go somewhere else. But with stuff like Twitch, Twitter, maybe Instagram, I don't know as much about Instagram. Like for those are the ones where like people have to hustle on like all these different platforms because they don't get discovered, so they need a way to get discovered that's easier. So that's why you'll get like stream clips and things like that. Like I've seen a lot of people where they'll like cut their like hour-long stream into like 10 minutes and then post that to YouTube, and then that goes bigger. I've seen a lot of people that take stuff from TikTok and Twitch and just stick it in YouTube. And I'm not like angry about it, but like you can tell when someone makes it for somewhere else and then just posts it on YouTube. Like I'm not knocking the hustle, I'm just saying as a YouTube like stan or whatever you want to call it, like I do notice the vibe difference between something made for YouTube and something that's reposted. Personally, with the regards to the point growth you made earlier, I don't care how much I grow. I just try to be as appreciative and showing my appreciation to my followers as much as possible. Yeah, like I try to do that too. Like that's why I do like the milestone art and like special streams and stuff like that. Cause like I want to show appreciation to people for like supporting me. As for growth, I think when I was younger I wanted it to come quickly, but now that I'm all the way here and I'm older and tired, I'm just like, if it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, and there's no point trying to like make a big deal out of it. Like all I can do is focus on what I am doing. Because if you focus too much on the algorithm, you'll drive yourself crazy. And I wouldn't say that I don't focus on it at all, because I do focus on it. Like, it's a nice little boost to be like, oh cool, people liked this video, nice. But like, I don't want to obsess over it, because I'm that kind of person where like, I obsess over stuff. And sometimes it's not always a healthy thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But yeah, like another thing when it comes to like fandoms and stuff like online is when it comes to YouTube, the number one thing I would say you do not want to do is try to copy someone else. You can do it, but like you're just gonna piss people off if you do that. Like people can tell when you're like trying to rip someone else off. That's actually a big reason why I was afraid for a long time to start, is I didn't know what made me special at all. Like I'm very self-critical, and for the longest time I'm like I can't do this because like I'm too similar to Callie, I'm too similar to Ina. Like there's a bajillion artists out there, there's bajillion like VTubers out there, like what am I gonna do that's different? And it took me time to like figure out what that was gonna be. And honestly, it's something I'm still figuring out as I go. Cause like, I don't know yet. Like, I'm not the best at figuring that stuff out. Like, I could literally do like a 3-hour stream, tell you all of my flaws. I'm very comfortable with those. Like, I talk too much, I don't talk enough. I'm too shy, I'm no filter. No self-confidence, and then self-critical about no self-confidence, like, all those things. I'm impulsive, I don't focus good enough, all those things. But I do have some positive traits, and I try to take feedback so I can understand those better. I would say, one of the things I'm good at is that I'm passionate about stuff. Like, I get very into the things I like. I'm a quick learner as long as people are reasonable about it. If you give me the instructions, tell me what to do calmly, I can learn it. If you throw me in with no instructions and then yell at me, I'm not gonna learn it. That's the kind of vibe. Honestly, I don't personally care if I grow, and I'm always shocked when people would follow and small fry like me. I just try posting as much positivity and thoughts there as possible. Yeah, like... I don't know, like, I've just, like... I've seen so much stuff that, like, I'm always surprised when people are positive, because, like, they don't have to be. That means, like, someone wanted to be, and, like, that means a lot to me. Cause, like, you know what people, like, say, let me see. When is the next unlock coming? I feel like- oh, wait! Let me check on Small Callie. Oh no, I forgot! Hold on. I was so busy yapping, I forgot. Let me, help Small Callie. Let's see, Pat? Pat. Go, let's see, where next? Beth? Okay. Oh, there we go. Let's see, get rid of the banana. I think some of your positive traits are you're a yapper, I like yappers, you care about people, especially in your community, your art is amazing, good at writing, and you're authentic. Thank you, like, yeah, I try to be, hold on, I need a minute to think. Small Callie is my Oshi. Yeah, let me see, I'll try to tell you, there is a story about that. Let me get this part done first, and then I'll tell you guys the story of, like, the Small Callie thing. Hiya. So thirsty from all this talking. I'm not used to it. Where's the thingy? Oh, okay, I need the hand for the thingy, okay. Then feed. KFP. Okay. Go. 1, 2, 3. Chicken fried. Okay, now she's good to go. Oh yeah, so the story of small Callie. So back in the day, Holo Ian was a new branch at the time, and they weren't sure how things were gonna go, so like it was still like very fresh and new, and like everything wasn't figured out yet. And a lot of the Japanese members at the time, they had like 3D models, and they would do like 3D lives and like 3D chats and things like that. And Ian was like really new, so they didn't have that, and it kind of limited what they could do with content because they couldn't like move around and stuff. They could just like chat and stuff. But then I might be misremembering since it's been a while. But then the fans, or one of the fans, I think his name's Wolfie, he was drawing all this like fan art in like a chibi style, like very simplistic. And one day they wanted to do like a 3D hangout in VR, and they decided to do 3D chibi models based off of their art, and they just became a like staple in the community after that. And so like the biggest one was Small Ame, like she became like a meme, but all of like Myth had like the small forms basically. So this is like, that's what like the small Callie thing is. Let's see, singing. I feel like it's getting busier all of a sudden in the game. Let's see. Another positive trait is that you're one of the most knowledgeable Hololive and Sonic fans I've seen. I guess you could say I'm humble, but like it's not, I don't know how to explain it, like, I'm just very self-critical, or like I have a hard time praising myself about stuff, so I'm like, oh, well, there's other people that know stuff more, like, that's, like, I know a decent amount about, like, Sonic and Hololive, but, like, not as much as, like, other people. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I think it's because of the internet, like, it's easier to compare yourself to people, because, like, when I was into Idolmaster, like, I'm very knowledgeable about Idolmaster, I know a ton, but only in certain areas and only about the parts I liked, so, like, when it came to stuff that, like, I didn't know about, like, other people would know more than me about that. And, because of the internet, you would see, like, all the hardcore fans, they'd be like, I went to, like, every single live show, and I'm like, I'm just supporting from at home on the internet. And, like, the same thing with Hololive, like, all these, like, different events, and, like, everyone's like, look at all the events I went to, I went there, and I'm like, I watched at home on the computer! Again. But I don't know, I'm still hoping, like, one year eventually to, like, go see in person, like, I think that would be really fun. True, maybe other people do know more, but your passion for it and your love on top of your knowledge means that you shouldn't count yourself out either. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get better at that. Because, like, I'm just, like, the kind of person where, like, when it comes to, like, things that I like, I know a lot, but then the things I don't know a lot either, so, like, I could yap a lot about Callie, but, like, if it was, like, about, like, Ame, I wouldn't know as much, besides the stuff that, like, went viral, because I didn't, like, watch, like, every single stream. And, even with Callie, there's still a lot of things that, like, I don't have memorized, because she does this like multiple streams every week. Like obviously I can't watch every single one reasonably. So there's things that I don't know. So I don't really see it as being humble, it's more that I know what I don't know. Like, where's gaming? There's gaming. Like, this is another one, just for you guys in chat, but, if you want to know the truth, I'm actually slightly older than Callie, but relationship-wise, I look up to her even though I'm older because we're in different places in life, and sometimes that's just how it is. Like, when I was younger, I looked up to a lot of people older than me, and now that I'm older, sometimes there's people that are really young that are doing like incredible stuff, so it just depends on the person and the place, you know? But you do know quite a bit about the history of Hololive, the Ian branch anyway. Well, yeah, that's because I was there. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it like that, but yeah, I was there when it happened, so I thought Callie was older. I won't. If you want to find it, you can find it, but yeah, I'm technically slightly older. If you're wondering, I'm not gonna give you my exact age, but I think you guys can figure it out. I'm in the Zillennial age range, which is between Zoomer and Millennial. That's where I feel most comfy anyways, like I've experienced a bit of both. Especially because I have a sibling. I'm not gonna like go into specifics, but I have a younger sibling, so I know some stuff from them as well. I'm the kind of— some people, they like to have their family on stream. I'm not that kind of person. Like, I won't have any of them on stream. I won't talk about them that much, but just in case you're wondering, like, if you're like, how does Zen know this Zoomer meme? It's because I have a sibling who is into those things. Zen recounting Hololife's history. It's been 84 years. Yeah, like with Hololive, it's because I was there for most of it. For like Idolmaster, I technically was there for a lot of it, but like at the time, when I got into Idolmaster, it was 6 years old at the time, so it was older than like Holo Ian is right now. So at the time, I considered myself a new fan, but now Idolmaster is turning 20 years old, and that means I got into it when it was like 25% done at that point, so yeah. Ugh, I've been feeling that lately. Like, all these things that I liked growing up are like 20 years old now, and I'm still not used to it yet. I'm not gonna lie, it was really surreal when I heard the teens started liking Y2K stuff, and all I could think of is like— all I could think of when I heard about that is like, you guys don't know how much I got bullied for all this shit! You guys don't know! And now you guys think it's cool? Like, that's cool, but like, I wish people were more understanding back then. You're a hack then. I'm almost there. At least in VTuber terms. I don't know. VTuber fandom's funny sometimes, like, if you called someone in real life a hack, they would be very angry at you, but in the VTuber fandom, it's like a compliment for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like, I have a lot of life experience, but not a lot of life experience at the same time. I've had a lot of time to think, guys. I think way too much. I guess you could say I'm a bit of a philosophical person, a little bit. That's kind of why I was interested in doing, like, more art and, like, maybe eventually like getting more into like singing and music writing, because I feel like it would be a good outlet for me to like get some of these thoughts out in a different way. I wasn't around during Y2K, but still better than TikTok. I don't know, like I'm not like mad about new stuff. I just want to find like a happy medium where like TikTok can be TikTok and YouTube can be YouTube, and like people can make websites if they want to, but not be like forced to if they don't want to. Like, I feel like that's the happy middle for me anyway. I think way too much same. Oh. You know that meme? I forget. It's like one of those memes where it's like one meme and it's like a sentence, and then the other meme and it's like a paragraph. That's my brain. Like all the time. Like people will not tell me, will get sick, I can't fucking talk. They'll get sick of me rambling all the time, like I'm pretty sure. And I think it's really funny because I got like that gap moe thing going on where like in real life I like almost never talk, and then as like a VTuber like I talk all the time, like, and I don't know why. I think it might be an introvert thing where like I don't feel the social pressure as much here, and I think that's why it's might turn into a good thing for me, maybe. Have you done that thinker pose? I think I've heard of that meme, but I don't really fully understand it. Oh god. Speaking of ancient memes, how do I put this? I used to be a bit of a meme lord back in the day. Not like crazy, but like I used to know like the niche memes and the Japanese memes, and like I was very interested in like learning about memes. And I don't really know why. I think it's just because it was such a part of internet culture back then. Like everyone was coding memes all the time and making memes. So like I think it's like an interesting part of internet culture is like how people make memes and how they spread and things like that. Now don't get me wrong, I don't like every single meme, I don't like a lot of them, but like I still find the concept like really interesting. I never get tired of you yapping on stream. Yappers are some of my favorite streamers because if you're passionate about something, freedom of speech should reign supreme if you don't hurt anyone. Oh yeah. Let me see, I'll give you some context in a second. I gotta get this. There we go. Let's see. When do I get the next unlock? Oh, I probably have to upgrade these guys more. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm just remembering how the game works now. Like from Cookie Clicker. We want to get these ones up more. That's probably what I'm missing here. Sorry. I'm just realizing now. I'm like, think, Sen, think. My god, how long have I been clicking for? Oh my god. Okay. Now we idling reach 1 million IPS. Let's go. Idle army purchase 100. Okay, so yeah, we want 100 for the next achievement. There we go. Oh! I just realized, look, the deadbeats! They're wearing a different outfit now! They got little mohawks. That's unusual. I had a feeling they would change eventually. Oh, I wonder if that means there's new chat messages. Let me see. I think that would be cool, like if you when you level up the chat changes too. Sorry, I haven't been ignoring the in-game chat. It's just that it was repeating the same messages. But yeah, look at them deadbeats. Oh yeah, so yeah, so the reason for the gap between like IRL and VTuber
is in real life, I'm very worried about bothering people. I don't like to bother people. I don't like being annoying. And that's because growing up, I was very passionate about my interests, but not so good at social cues. So I would just be like, hey, you guys want to listen to me yap about anime? And they'd be like, no, shut up, you're annoying. And I'd be like, okay, then go back to drawing. Because anime used to not be a cool thing. It used to be like kind of like nerdy. So a lot of people like did not want to hear about it back then. It brings back memories. I was so passionate, like I tried to convert people to weebdom. It was funny. Like, I remember I had a copy of like Shonen Jump in like middle school, like the actual like physical magazine. I brought it to school one day, and I'm like, you guys should check this out. There's like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and stuff. It's really cool, and like no one was interested. And yeah, like then in high school, I was so excited because I found out they had an anime club. So I joined the high school anime club. And I was like a pretty big member. I was like the hardcore weeb. I'm like, hey, have you guys heard of Angel Beats? Have you guys heard of Madoka? Oh my god, guys, Madoka's so good, guys. And they just wouldn't believe me. They're like, yeah, whatever. We'll just watch like Naruto or whatever. I remember I'd go up to people. I'd be like, you like anime, right? And they'd be like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we just like DBZ though. We don't really like anime. Like that stuff's kind of weird, you know, like all the fan service. And I'm just like, okay. I definitely agree with not wanting to bother people. I often worry entering into a chat room in Discord would be intruding upon a conversation, and I don't want to be rude, so I reserve myself. I do the same thing. Like that's why I'm explaining it, because like on stream, like I can just yap and yap and yap and yap. But like in real life I have trouble, like there's like a switch that needs to be flipped. And like most of the time I'm like in like non-yapping mode. I feel like that would be a funny meme, just like introvert in non-map yapping mode. Introvert in yapping mode. Like, I think that's part of why I liked the internet so much growing up, is a lot of introverts were here. And you realize that like introverts, they don't hate talking, they hate the social pressure, and I feel like the internet is like kind of a comfy place to like let people yap about what they want to yap about. I'm more of a lurker. I like to observe. Yeah. I always feel a bit silly saying this on stream, but I am usually a lurker too. Like, I'll like comment on a YouTuber video maybe like once a week. But then the rest of the time I'm just lurking. Actually that does remind me, Callie's fandom is actually one of the first times like I actually started talking to people. Like, I actually put myself out there for once. Besides the Idolmaster fandom. But yeah, I kinda distanced myself from that in Sonic. I don't like the fandom, sometimes they get a little toxic and I just needed some space. But like with Callie's, like I was just having such a good time that like I was like chatting with everyone, like making friends and stuff, and I'm like, oh, is this what it's supposed to feel like? And then like I finally got the courage to like start doing YouTube on my own, and like I kind of get the hype now. Like I think I like understand it more. I prefer chatting, to be honest, because when I enter a place I prefer to interact beyond just watching when I can. Yeah, like I'm somewhere in the middle. Like I'm the type where like I don't talk unless I feel like I have something to say. But then when I have something to say, I'll just yap and yap and yap until I stop. Like, I used to like laugh when anime had characters like that, and I realized I'm like, wait, maybe I'm like that too. Because it's a trope in like some anime where like the introvert is like really like distant from everyone, and then they like go on stage and they're like super idly, and I'm like maybe I am a kudere after all. It's like I'm a big fan of like tsundere characters, like kudere characters. I like Homura from Madoka. I like Kurisu from Steins Gate. I like Chihaya from Idolmaster. What else? Who else? I like Angel from Angel Beats. Or sorry, I mean Tenchi. I did a little flop. What else? I know there's more kudere. I swear there's another one. Oh yeah, Freer in however you say her name from the show of the same name. She technically would be a kudere too, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Victory from Ghostic is another good one. She's a bit like kudere and tsundere. So about like what those are, in case you don't know, tsundere is it comes from like the like thingy where it's like soon and dere. The dere part means like the sweet like loving part, and the soon part means like the like angry like lashing out part. And the reason why tsunderes are so popular is it's that gap between someone being a jerk and someone being lovable that people really like. And kudere is a similar thing, but instead of being angry, they're more like chill, cold. They're like cold anger, like cold, reserved people. And then the gap comes from them being like really sweet and lovey around certain people. So that's what I mean when I say kudere, where like I could come off as like a very quiet, reserved person, but then in the right situation, I'm like all like excited and yapping and stuff. If you like tsunderes, I can recommend the perfect VTuber for you. Well, the thing is, back in the day, like really early on in Holoidle, they used to call Callie the Cinder Reaper, like Tsundere Reaper. I thought it was kind of funny. Like the Gap Moe was like a big, like, point of hers early on. Between Kawaii P. Moi and rapper Reaper Mori. And honestly, I feel like not Nero, but like her sister, like evil Nero, I feel is a bit tsundere as well. It's very cute. Oh wait, let me check on Small Callie. Okay, let me do that real quick. Oh. But yeah, I'll probably go for like 20 more minutes and then I'll take a break for today. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely having a good time though. It's been nice to yap and get out of my shell a little bit. Pat, 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 pat. There we go. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I remember they used to have like these little keychains where like you would like, if it looked like they're being pulled up from something, that's what this part reminds me of. How like when you pull, like it reminds me of those keychains. I used to have one of them actually. There's like a lot of anime characters that had those. Let's see, what does she want? What do you want? I guess she's not hungry yet. Okay. Oh, we almost got enough for another temple. Let's go. Oh my god! There's so many trolls! Hold on! What happened? Oh no! Ah! Bonk. Bonk. Okay, which one do you... There you go. Okay, I saved the chat. She streams on Twitch mainly, but if you want her to good tsundere, I recommend Kaori Lupine. Saint Evans, she's Christian VTuber care. Her streams are open to everyone. Oh! Yeah, like when it comes to that stuff, like I try not to like force views on anyone, like yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're almost at 100, let's go. Oh, it's hot today. Trying to think of what else happened. I'm like almost done with that Food for the Soul anime. I've been trying to get out of doom scrolling and get back into actually watching shows because I do struggle with that sometimes. Especially recently. I swear it's like a tick at this point. Like I know doom scrolling's not good, that's why I try to not do it. I've been trying to be more social and do other things and not be on all the time. I'm actually trying to get back into Pikmin Bloom, like try and like get some exercise. Cause you know, like artist writers, they tend to be a bit solitary, like lethargic, so I gotta get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Don't worry. Game, yeah, DVR, usually sing. Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to figure out how to get Twitch on the TV eventually. Like maybe we'll do like a Fire Stick at some point. Cause I do want to see more about Twitch just so I can understand it better. Cause there's some people I follow on YouTube, and the only thing they post on YouTube is stream clips, and I'm like, but I want to see more of you, like as a YouTube viewer. That's kind of why like I stream on YouTube. I know there's like a dual streaming thing, but like I don't really understand that stuff. I'm still kind of behind the times a little bit. I'm still figuring everything out. Like back in my day, we had Windows Movie Maker and MS Paint, and that was like it. And if you were really fancy, you would have Sony Vegas. And now I'll see these cool videos and I'll be like, wow, how'd you guys make this? And they're like, Adobe. How'd you make this? Adobe. How'd you make this? Adobe. I'm like, I can't fucking afford Adobe, damn it. So I'm like, I'll just do what I can with what I got. Cause like I've seen like the like rigged models and stuff. I'm like, that looks like so much easier. Like I want to try that eventually, just not right now. With Live 2D, it's more... I need to figure out how it works. It's like, I don't know how to make models for that yet. Like, I'll see these people, they'll be like, I learned this in like a month. And I'm like, that would be a cool video to make, but like, I don't have the patience for that. But maybe one day I feel like that would be fun to try. Like one of those I did this for 1 week video. Because it does seem like a good way of like trying different stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of Callie, while I'm clicking this, oh my god, my hand's getting tired. I did see her solo live earlier this year through like online streaming. So like I didn't go in person, but I saw it online. And please let me fangirl a little bit. But I'm not gonna lie, that was probably my favorite thing of this year so far. Like it legit like made my like whole like week. Like I was like flying. I don't, it's very hard to put into words like why, like I just get like really excited, like hearing like all my favorite songs and like swinging the pen lights and stuff. Like it just gets me really hyped and happy. Speaking of a cool video or stream, maybe you can have a Tsundere tier list. You know, I do like that idea, but I feel like I would have to do more research unless you, cause like I've seen a lot of anime, but like I'm a bit of not like a boomer, but like I'm a little behind the time, so like I don't know like all the newer ones. Like I was like I watched a bunch of anime in like the early 2010s and then I just kind of like slowed down. So a lot of the stuff that I like is not really like relevant anymore, unfortunately. If I would say the ones that I would want to shout out the most right now are Gosick, Skip Beat, and Sound of the Sky. That's why I put 2 of them on my favorites list. 'Cause, oh my god. I swear to god, I could rewatch Skip Beat forever. Like, I could just watch it over and over and over and over again. And, I think it's because I really like the energy the main character Kyoko gives. It's very hard to put into words. She's kind of nuts, but in a good way. Like, she's got like that shonen MC energy where she's like all like over the top and like passionate and motivated, but like also kind of nuts, and like everyone's like, why would you do that? I guess the word I'm looking for is unhinged. She's a little bit unhinged, but in a good way. Who cares about relevance or what's popular? If you like something, include it. Maybe little by little it can become irrelevant again, since more people can learn. Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to get more out of my comfort zone a little bit, like try stuff that I haven't tried before. Because I feel like with algorithms, it's very easy to get into a comfort zone and just repeat the things you like over and over. And like be too afraid to try new stuff because there's so much slop. That you're just like afraid, like what if I watch this and it sucks and I wasted 2 hours? Yeah, you'll never get back. And to that, to the voice in my head that says that, I say, you will doom scroll for 2 hours anyways! Get out of your fucking comfort zone. Just Zen fighting with herself again. That's another thing like I wanted to play with like the ghost theme, is like kind of explore that theme a little bit. But like different parts of myself that want different things and are like fighting with each other all the time. I did that a little bit in the depression video, if you guys have seen that one. Like I feel like that was one of the things I thought of like when I was coming up with the concept. I'm like, I want it to be a ghost because it's ironic. But I also wanted to be a ghost so I can like play with the lore a little bit. Yay! Prime time, let's go. But yeah, like I don't know how to explain it. Like I was trying for a long time to like follow what all the gurus say, and eventually I had to like realize like just do what you want and the people will come. That's what I've learned the hard way. Cause like I really wanted to like get somewhere and I kept putting everything off. Like I'm a hell of a procrastinator. And that's why the first video on the channel is how I beat procrastination and started this channel. Cause it's something that I've had trouble with for a long time. As long as it's doom scrolling the content you enjoy. Well, that's the thing. If it's something you enjoy, it's not doom scrolling. That's just regular scrolling. I feel. When I say doom scrolling, I mean the yabai stuff, like the stuff that makes you like lose your faith in humanity and the world, and you're like, why would anyone do this? And then you're sitting there thinking about it, and it's just not a good place to be. But then you feel like if you look away, what if you miss what happens? Like negative FOMO, where it's like, what if something horrible happens and I don't know? And also not a good place to be. So, yeah, I'm trying to get better at that, and I think creating has helped. And now I need to get back into hobbies again. I think a lot of people are afraid to admit that. And I see some people on social media that glorify that, where they're like, I'm bed rotting, I don't have any hobbies, I don't need hobbies. I'm like, no, like, I never felt proud about that, even like when I was like a NEET and that's when it was celebrated and people are like, yeah, who needs this and that? And I'm like, no, like, I'm ashamed of this. Like, I don't feel proud of that. I don't feel happy that I'm like sitting on the couch and doom scrolling and zoning out when everyone else is trying to have a good time. Like, no, I don't feel good about that. And that's why I stopped drinking, because I had a similar problem where I was drinking and getting sad and I was not having a good time and I was worrying other people, so I stopped. like I can be impulsive and I have problems, but like I'm trying to work on those problems because like it's not good for me and it's not good for other people. So even when it's hard to, I try to focus on the things I enjoy and like try to share that with other people. Even if it's not trendy, even if it's not popular, like that's what I like to do. Sorry, I've been so philosophical today. I've been meaning to write some more because I got some more things I want to get down. I've just been so busy trying to get everything done. Like I was working on the model and then like the thumbnails and stuff. And then if I take too long, then I fall behind on house stuff, so then I gotta work on house stuff. And then I gotta talk to people, or then I'm gonna be socially isolated, and sometimes I feel like life is like a Tamagotchi game, guys, and I'm struggling. But I do enjoy yapping like this, like I don't know. Like I feel like the more I get into this, like the more comfortable I feel like being like myself. And I know like everyone always says that, they're like, be yourself, be more you, do this, do that. But it's not as simple as it seems. Because Siren in the background. For a long time in my life, I was not allowed to be myself. I had to be a certain way for the people around me, and I felt ashamed of like myself. Like I was ashamed of what I liked, ashamed of what I wanted to do, what was my style. And I think that's why I was stuck for so long, is that like I was like so afraid of myself that I stopped being myself, and I think people could sense that. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional, but like I've been trying to think of like how to explain like why I'm such a fan of Callie and her stuff and the Deadbeats and all that. I think it's because, ironic or not, like yes, like she's playing a character and entertaining people and stuff, but like I feel like her doing what she did at the time she did and the way she did like made me realize that it's okay to be yourself. And not everyone's gonna like that self, but there's people that do, and they'll like and support you even when times are tough and things are tough, and not everyone likes it, and that's okay. Like, I always go back to that saying about peaches. Like, that's what I think of when I think of this topic, where they're like, you can be the juiciest peach. And some people just don't like peaches. And I think what that quote means is sometimes it's not you. Sometimes you can do your best job, be you. And some people just hate peaches. And you just have to accept that. But then there's also people that love peaches and would be sad if peaches stopped existing just because some people don't like them. So I think that's the lesson I've learned, guys. Oh my god. There we go. I don't know, maybe it is the chill music that... I don't know, man. I feel like I might change the title, just be like, Sen yaps about philosophy for an hour. I was trying to be silly, just be like, would you give an idol a cookie? Singing. There we go. Well, yeah, I had a good time today. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes and then I'm gonna head out for today. Then becomes the thinker. I wouldn't say become, it's more getting comfortable with talking about it, I think. Let's just say, like, a long time ago online, I was in a place that was very toxic, and people, like, bullied me and were mean to me, and it took me a long time to get over that, because I had trusted these people. I thought we were, like, in the same boat, and then they abused that trust, and they hurt me in a way that took a long time to recover from. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to say this to anyone, but if you want to know the truth, I had a nightmare last night about it, and I was just like, oh god, not again. And it made me think that sometimes these things don't go away for a very long time. But even if I have these struggles, I'm happy that I decided to commit to this, that I decided to keep trying even if I wasn't sure if it would reach to anyone. Chicken jockey. I'm trying to have a moment, but oh, thank you. But yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I think when it comes to joining YouTube, I think, like, that's, like, when I realized, I'm like, it's YouTube, it's you, it's him, it's her, it's them, it's everyone. And I think that's what I think is special about YouTube, is that so many people are allowed to, like, do what they want to do and, like, make a career off of it and, like, connect with other people that care about the same stuff. Like, I think that's an incredible thing. And that's why seeing what the internet has turned into. Please, I'm just kind of emotional right now, but like seeing what it turned into was like really heartbreaking for me because for the long time I know it sounds corny, but like the internet was like my safe space. Like it was where I could unwind and hang out with people and do things that I didn't feel comfortable doing in real life. And then when all the new people came and the corporations came and the money and the rage bait and all that, they just took a big shit on that. And it gets me so emotional because like what happens if the internet is gone? If it's flooded with AI, like what's gonna happen then? Like what are those people gonna do? And I think that's why like I've been so passionate about doing this, is like I don't want to lose that. I don't want you guys to lose that either. So I think it's up to newer creators and older creators to like keep fighting for the internet that we want to see. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Let me wrap up. I'm trying to get these up still. But yeah, thanks for coming today and hanging out with me. And yeah, see you guys next time. Okay, bye. Also, I'm working on the end screen eventually. I'll have it done eventually. Okay, bye.